I'm just the guy who wants people to go to Disney and to feel this magic. You know, if anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I want to give this a 5 out of 5 just because you have to see it. I'm File91e and these are my Disney news and reviews. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney news and reviews. I'm File91e and happy Memorial Day to everybody here in the US. Memorial Day is not really a big thing for us, but it gets us off of work, so that's why it's on Monday rather than Saturday or Sunday. I also have something wrong with my neck, so if you see me kind of like wince every time I move, just deal with that. You know, it's nothing bad, just a bad case of whiplash, and so yeah, so that's what's up with me. All right, let's get to the news. Wayne Allwine, a Disney sound effects technician who became the falsetto voice of Mickey Mouse in 1977, died on Monday in LA due to complications from diabetes. Allwine was the third person to provide Mickey's voice in the films and TV shows, the first being Walt Disney, and the other one being Jimmy McDonald, and yeah. So my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family on that. The Great Piggy Bank Adventure opened at Innoventions West in Epcot this past Tuesday. Check it out when you go down there. From what I hear, it's got mixed reviews, but it should be an interesting little addition to Innoventions. And in local news, my local news, well, the Walt Disney Company has bought a 15-acre parcel of land in Prince George's County in Maryland. The land is part of the National Harbor Development Project, and Disney plans to build a 500-room hotel resort at the location, which hopes to act as a conference and convention destination, hopefully to disperse any things for, you know, any conventions, you know, that would take up rooms otherwise in Walt Disney World or Disneyland. Also, Disney is planning to increase the price of one-day admission to Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon by $5. This is all around for children and adults, so remember that if you're visiting anytime soon. Also, I just had to write this here. Disney's Up is coming out next Friday, May 29th. Disney Digital 3D. Check it out. Check it out. I'm going to, so you should. And also, the Princess and the Frog trailer is out. The movie's actually coming out December 11th, 2009. So check that out on YouTube. You can search around here. So yeah, let's get to the reviews without any further ado. Okay, the first thing I picked out to review today, because as you all know, I pick them out before now to give myself some time to prepare, is the China Pavilion at Epcot in the World Showcase. Now the China Pavilion is actually really cool. It's really well done, very colorful, and you know, the architecture in it is extremely superb. There's also a great a restaurant there. The Nine Dragons restaurant has some pretty decent Chinese food. Or food in China. It would just be food there, wouldn't it? That's right. But China's pretty cool. They have there's one other thing in China that really makes it special. It's the Reflections of China film. And it's one of those, you know, commercials for the country, but they actually put some money into it. It's not like Norway, in which you actually see like 1984 Norwegian people with the mullets and the bad hair and denim. Yep, denim. But anyway, Reflections of China, according to these guys, a film about the Chinese people and culture, major attraction, go anytime, audience stands throughout the performance. This beautifully produced film was introduced in 2003. They gave it 3.5 stars. That's exactly what it is. It's a commercial for China. It's actually in a 360-degree room, so you can actually look around. There's the way they do it is really cool. It's very entertaining. You know, in a sense that it's pretty looking, but again, there's nothing overtly special about it. So yeah, that's what it is. See it at your own will. I've only seen it a couple times, but that's about it. Okay, the China Pavilion, I'm going to give 3 stars, along with Reflections of China being in there. It's a decent thing. You know, make it one of your stops on your World Showcase Tour. So check that out when you go down to Epcot. Okay, the next thing I picked out was the Jungle Cruise. Now what the Jungle Cruise is, according to these guys, an outdoor safari-themed boat ride adventure. Major attraction, go before 10 a.m. or the 2 hours before closing. A lot of fun to ride at night. And they gave it 3 stars, a long, enduring Disney classic. The Jungle Cruise is, to some people, a bore. To me, I like it. Now, a little bit of history about this is the Jungle Cruise was an original ride at Disneyland. It came over, and it was originally supposed to be, real animals in there. It was going to be a jungle cruise, but Disney couldn't quite figure out how to get the animals to do what he wants. So he kind of put that on the shelf and said, okay, well, what we're going to do, we're going to, have animatronic animals, because animatronics were, was the big thing back then. So they made animatronic animals, and this was he told the tour guides to be really serious about this thing. People were going to believe that these are real animals, but nobody did. And if you've ever seen them, you know why. But anywho, Disney, it remained that way for a while until one of the actual tour guides started making jokes and cracking jokes about the whole thing. It became, it's pretty much become a joke of itself. So that's what the Jungle Cruise is today. When you go on it, the wait is pretty long. The line is deceptively long. But once you're finally on the boat and you're sitting down and you're enjoying it, handicapped, it is handicap accessible, kind of. But once you're on the boat, the tour guide just non-stop cracks jokes. That's all that he does. He's just cracking jokes because they're making fun of itself. It's like, oh no, look at the thing. Oh dear, I knew that was going to happen. One of those sort of wink, wink, nudge, nudge jokes. Because everybody knows that it's fake. And with the Animal Kingdom now open, they have their Jungle Cruise and the Safari ride. It's not a cruise, but it's a bus ride. I reviewed that earlier. It's one of those actually in the first show. Check that out. But yeah, the Jungle Cruise is a fun ride to me. I love this ride. I love the campiness of it. I love just the fact that if you get a good tour guide, it really makes it worth it. And there's a couple really good ones. You could have a decent one, but if you get a really good tour guide, yeah, you should check it out. So yeah, Jungle Cruise, I'm going to give 4 stars to, based on that. It's one of the ones you gotta hit when you're down there. If you miss it, that's okay, but you really gotta try and make this one of your stops when you're touring Walt Disney World. So yeah, the Jungle Cruise, 4 stars, check it out. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of my news and reviews this week. I just want to give a shout out to Opera Cat. She's back from Disney World, and she showed me some of her pictures, and she looks like she had a good time. So she made a comment that I helped her out, and if I helped her out in any which way, if I help any of you guys out in any which way, or that makes it all the more better for me. It really means a lot to me when I hear somebody say that to me. So I appreciate that. And along those lines, if anybody from Disney's watching, please don't sue me. I do it for them. Yeah. So I will see you all next week with hopefully some good news and good reviews, and maybe even a review on Up, or at least my thoughts on Up. I won't review it yet, but who knows? Yeah, I'll review Up next week if I get the time to see it. So I will see you all next week. Later.